going, you guys? Welcome back to Protective Film Solutions. Thanks for tuning in and subscribing to our channel. Today we have the first modification for Project R8. We have our brand new wheels and tires that just got here. So we're going to go and take a look at that, and we're going to get them mounted today. We're going to head over to our friends at GMG Racing, where they're going to be mounting the wheels, and also we're going to take a look at some of the projects they have going on over there. So let's head over to the office and unbox some wheels and tires. All right, guys, so the first thing we're going to be opening up is our new set of wheels. So as I mentioned in the last video, I wanted to go different with the wheels in this car. The traditional 20-inch wheels, they're a little too big for me, especially for the Gen 1 application. Just it felt like it didn't look right, so we want to go with a smaller wheel, beefier tire. So we decided to go ahead and get some brand new wheels from our friends at Apex Race Parts. Really excited to get these in because this will be a one-off setup that I have not seen on any Audi for that matter. But what we decided to do is go ahead and go with their brand new forged wheel. It's an 18-inch wheel, so we're actually dropping down in size, but this thing is rad. Oh man. So this is their brand new EC7R forged wheel. Apex is what we ran on the last project car, Project Aston. I ran their 19-inch SM10 wheels, and the wheels look really, really good to me. But they're really functional. So they're lightweight. They clear brake calipers. So we're trying to maximize on less rotating mass in the car. So you want to keep wheel weights down, but also you want it to look good too. So this time we went with their EC7R. So the EC7 is kind of like the traditional World Challenge style wheel. Obviously you can see it's concave. Something that's really cool in the Ford series, these wheels are obviously really light. They really run about 19 pounds, but if you look close, they actually have a paintless knurled bead. So what that means is when you're driving your car fast, you're tracking it, you can only slow down as much as your tire will allow you to. So if your brakes are overpowering your tires, what will happen is the bead that's on this knurled area, it'll actually rotate. So if you guys see when people chalk their wheels to tires at the tracks, what they're doing is trying to see how far the tire's rotating over. So Apex goes one step further, and not only do they have a knurled bead, but they do it paintless, which means you have the best possible contact. So as your tire's trying to grip on there, it's not going to skip. So really cool. So for this car, we're going to be running an 18x9, 18x10.5 wheel, and really excited to be running these on the car. And with the 18s, it allows me to run a beefier tire. So the wheels look good, they function well, they're lightweight, but here's Apex going to show you more of the intro video to their new EC7R. So as you can see, these are the 18x10.5s, so it's for the rear, and then the fronts are going to be the 18x9s, and still have a bit concavity on it, but these are going to look so good on the car. So again, it's very race oriented. It's a wheel I've really liked for a long time now, and now that they have their Ford series, really excited that they were able to supply us with a set to use on the car. So wheels are only so good if you have tires. So we have our brand new tires that came in. Michael at Michelin completely hooked us up. So Michael is the partnership manager at Michelin USA. We ran Michelin's on the previous car as well. And on a personal note, I've run Michelin on probably the last 6 cars I've owned. It just happened that way. I used to run the Pilot Sport 7 or 8 years ago, and that transitioned up to the Sport 2, and then the Super Sport, and then the 4S, which is what we're running now. So huge thank you to Michael at Michelin USA. We'll put a link to his Instagram in the description. Guy's been helping us out on these projects for a few years now on Ryan's McLaren as well. So we greatly appreciate our partnership with Michelin USA, and these tires are my go-to every time. So these are going to be the summer tires. So this is a 235/40 on the front, so it's got a thicker side profile, which is what I wanted to go with, versus the thinner ones that you have to run on a 20. So it's going to give kind of that beefy look to it, but also it's going to be really good to run on the wheel setup that we're running. So we're going to be running a 235/40 up front, and on the back it's going to be a 285/35. So these aren't the widest tires, obviously. You can go super wide on this car. People are running 315, 325. My car is the NA V8, so it doesn't have a ton of power. So there's no reason to put steamroller tires on the back and make it super wide. It looks cool, but we want this car to be functional, keep it as lightweight as possible. So this tread is going to be plenty grippy for the power levels that we're at. And I'm getting really excited to get this on the car. So huge thank you again to Michelin. I love your tires, and we're so excited to be partnership up with you and Michelin USA. So let's go and get this stuff loaded up into the van, and we're gonna head over to our friends at GMG Racing to get these mounted.
What's up, guys? Welcome back again. So as Jason talked to you about his R8 projects, I'm gonna show you guys around the shop before he takes you guys over to our partners at GMG Racing. So he already went over his project R8 we have here. A couple cool projects we're in the middle of. So we've got our friend Jeff Klinger's McLaren 675 LT he just purchased. Really nice McLaren. I think this is one of the best McLarens ever made. So full body Expel gloss on this, Expel Stealth on all the carbon to retain the original Stealth carbon there. We have a Model Y that Johnny is just prepping for delivery now. Full Stealth on this as well. So we had a gloss white paint with the Stealth film, looks really, really good. Just getting ready for delivery on this one, just finishing up some final things on it. So Huracan VF Supercharged, really, really cool, in for just some rocker panel PPF. We have the new C8 Corvette. Our friends V10 Bros, I know this doesn't really fit their name at all, but their dad just picked up a new to them 054 GT. Our next video will actually be on this car, so we'll go over doing some film work and some stripe options and stuff like that. But really, really cool for them. Like I mentioned, the new C8 Corvette. So the car came to us. We did a full nose clear bra. The car arrived with us to us with silver stripes. It's not the biggest of contrast. The customer wasn't too happy with the way the Chevy delivered the car to him. We actually ordered red ones, so we're going to replace the full stripes in red. These stripes are already installed because we've already done the full nose on there. Really interesting color, 600 LT Spider for our friends at McLaren Newport Beach. Full body gloss clear bra on this car. Everything got done on it, including the full rear diffuser, full roof. Every piece of paint and carbon work on this car got protected. Model X, again, full body Stealth. We've been doing a lot of Stealth cars recently. I'm not sure why, but Stealth, in my opinion, is really, really cool. So if you follow me over here, as you can see, gloss blue paint. We've got the hood and the fender done now, so the hood looks really good. Certain colors work really, really well with the Stealth film. Blue is going to be one of them. It really emphasizes the body lines really well. So let's head over to the vinyl side and see what we're working with over here. So on the vinyl side now, we have a few projects we're in the middle of or getting started with. So our friends at Brabus just brought us over this G-Wagon, fully torn down. It's getting wrapped in a matte gray, which will look really good. Original colors like an army green, you could say, something like that. We have a Tesla Model 3 we're doing the front bumper on, just replacing it due to some damage. We have a Model X over here. Model X is actually our neighbor's car. We've done a lot of work on it, but now we are doing the full A-pillars in gloss black, which will be very, very unique. I know you guys have seen this in a couple of our previous videos, but we're finally done with it. The Vorsteiner kit's fully installed and whatnot, so we're just finishing up installing some miscellaneous pieces on it, but overall the car is fully finished. One of my favorite parts about it is actually how we did the McLaren name on the wing cutout. Looks really, really cool. So this is a full printed design in-house by our designer Brian. It's got a very unique fade to it with some unique or different weathered aspects as well. All the orange was then overlaid on top. So like I mentioned in the previous video, or a previous video, we have the satin base with the gloss overlays on top, which look really, really well. You can see Vince here is installing some of the aero kit from Vorsteiner on the front end. And we also have the louvered fenders here, which will go like this. Really, really cool. We'll finish this one up today, show you guys some finished products of it as well. I do a really cool project out front I want to show you guys though. So we did this car I'd say about a year ago now. I don't really want to call it a car because it's not really a car, but we'll go take a look at it and see what you guys think. So this is a 488 coupe we just finished windshield protection on. It's going to be getting our signature annual Glon ceramic coating. So interesting thing about Glon's coatings, or ceramic coatings in general, is over time the coating will naturally wear off, and what that entails is that yearly you are required to come back in and have the coating refreshened. So the top coat layer is what wears off, and that's what you're feeling is that super slick layer. So we're going to go through and reapply that top coat layer, refreshen the package so that it's brought back to day one condition. Very, very nice spec on this car. It's got a lot of carbon fiber on it. We've got some carbon fiber shields on the front, which are very, very nice, as well as carbon fiber center caps here, which are very cool. I'm a huge fan of non-red Ferraris or non-standard red Ferraris. So metallics and stuff like that are really cool, but standard red's not my forte. So what else we got? We've got a GT3 RS for our friends at GMG Racing. Car was brought to us, a brand new purchase for one of their clients. We did our standard Expel full nose package, Clearplex on the windshield, Expel XR Plus window tint all the way around. We've also added the Porsche on the wing. Standard from Porsche, they should all arrive like that. Now next, I'm going to show you that car, or the vehicle I mentioned earlier. So in the distance here, we have the Mercedes G63 6x6. So this is a good client of ours, a car we wrapped recently, or like I mentioned, about a year ago. Unfortunately, it was out and it got a little bit of damage here and there, so we're going to be replacing some miscellaneous pieces. He drives this car a lot. We actually, for our charity show, we filled the whole back of it with toys and took those and donated those to the hospital. So that was really, really cool. So full color change on this. The car is, the truck is white originally, wrapped in a very cool yellow to match one of his other cars. So I'm sure you'll see a couple of his other cars in a couple of other videos up and coming. But this is, I mean, what more do you ask for? This thing is massive. It's so cool to see this, especially driving down the road and whatnot. So other than that, I think that's it for the video. I think Jason's going to take you guys over to GMG and show you guys some stuff over there, though.
So we are in the transit. I managed to escape the office for a few minutes. You can see all the stuff's in the back. So we're going over to our friends at GMG Racing. GMG's been around for a long time, well before I was at PFS, and I actually kind of grew up into cars, admiring, you know, the stuff they get to work on a daily basis. And then coincidentally, when I got a job at PFS 3 years ago, I found out that it's a company that we partner with and work with, and they're also right across the street. So GMG is literally a mile across the street from us. You're probably not gonna be able to see through the dirty windshield, but they do a crazy amount of high-end cars. They've got a race side, so GMG provides racing for arrive and drive drivers, full-time race series. James, the owner, races in a bunch of different series, car races with their R8, their GT3 RS. They've got a new R8 GT2 that you guys, I think, saw we wrapped not too long ago. So they are one of the premier places that really is the first stop for everybody with aftermarket Porsche and racing. So we are pulling up back, and we're gonna kind of show you guys around as we drop off the wheels and tires for mounting. So we're gonna go meet up with Scotty now. So we are here at GMG Racing, as I mentioned on the way over. GMG has been on for a very long time, and they've been working with PFS before I've been there. And today we are with Scotty. Scotty's the man, the myth, the legend. He is who we talk to and coordinates with projects we're both working on, and he makes it all happen. So Scotty, for the people who don't know who you guys are, you guys are broken down into two parts for street and racing. Kind of explain more about what you guys do.
That's correct. So we do have two separate divisions at GMG Racing. We have the street side is where we are at now, and then we also have the racing side. The street side, we can do just about any kind of customization that you could possibly imagine. We do work very closely with our partners, including Protective Film Solutions. For all the kind of wraps, we can do suspension, exhaust, wheels, tires, you name it, you dream it, we can build it. Yeah. Everything is done here.
He makes it all happen. So GMG, again, they're broken down into two parts. We can't show you the race side because there's a lot of secret stuff going on. But their race side, they're all over the place. Not just US, but you guys are all over the world, right?
Well, yes, we do ship parts all over the world, correctly. So we're definitely worldwide, Dubai, you name it. We get parts everywhere.
Oh yeah, and they've got some races they do, I think, overseas too. James has been racing.
James has done very well, race at Spa and things like that. So we have done some racing out of the country, but most of our racing is in North America.
Correct. So it's kind of cool. They're always traveling, not just, again, California, but all over the States, and doing different type of races with their, again, R8s, the Porsches, Lamborghini before, so they're very well known, and it's always nice to be so close to them. So on the street side, I mean, you guys do every car, but primarily your bread and butter is what car?
Porsche.
I mean, you can see the back on here, some of the projects we can show.
We definitely, primarily focus on the Porsche cars, but we work with all the supercars, all the exotics, you name it, we can work on it.
Yeah.
We have the top of the line equipment here. Our techs are top notch. We have all the correct tools. There's nothing that we can't accomplish.
Oh yeah, and that's why we brought the wheels and tires over. Mine's a very small project for them, but he did squeeze it in to get it done.
Every little bit helps.
Absolutely. Yeah. So today we are dropping wheels off for the Apex wheels to be mounted to the Michelin tires. Once the car's dialed in and get the suspension going, we're going to bring it back over and we're going to get it back on the alignment rack.
Yep, set
which
it all
is
up.
what you guys do with the Aston Martin.
Yep.
With the alignment rack, so with that, I only know so much about it. What's kind of the process with the alignment? I'll bring it back in and get it dialed in so that way the tires and the wheels steer straight, but what's the importance of getting an alignment after the fact?
Well, especially when you're modifying the suspension, when you take everything apart, your alignment's completely out of whack.
Yeah.
So the whole idea is really to set up the car to the driver.
Yeah.
So depending on how you're going to use the car. So we have two different sources that we can work with. We can do alignment, or we can also do corner balance.
Right.
So for a good street car, we can do a street performance alignment on there, which we can make the car definitely handle a lot better than what it is from factory without any excess tire.
Yeah.
If you're more hardcore racing, then we'd have to do something more corner balancing, where we get your weight in there, set it up to the track and things like that. But for normal street use, canyon use, and light track use, we can do everything with our 100-wheel alignment.
So that's what we're going to be going with, because the R8's going to be kind of an all-around car. So again, we greatly appreciate our relationship with GMG.
Absolutely.
Thank you for your time. I know he's busy. He's got to go back to the office. We got to get back over to PFS. So thank you guys for watching this video. The next time you see Project R8, the car's going to be on the ground with the new wheels and tires. So we'll see you guys next video.